Top 10 Chiefs players for the 2022 season. Number 10. Right guard Trey Smith. For Kansas City, the 2021 NFL Draft turned out to be a gold mine, producing players of the highest caliber from top to bottom. Smith is one guy who, while being chosen later in the draft, may be more adored than the others because he also has the most offensive highlight reel. Smith has already built himself as one of the league's top guards, even though his game is still developing and he needs to be wholly well-rounded. He's a fan favorite because of his physicality and personality, and he's now part of the interior offensive line, which is one of the team's strongest suits. The arrow's pointed upward for Smith. It's aimed downward towards the defenders who must face him. Number 9. Left tackle Orlando Brown Jr. Most of this week's news items have been focused on one of our top 10 topics. No matter what his contract terms are or should be, Brown is unquestionably a vital team member since he's Mahomes' blindside protector. He's a huge man who's already demonstrated that he's dependable, long-lasting, and constantly growing. It was evident that the Chiefs thought highly of him by the size of their alleged contract offer on the table. He'll make a lot of money playing on the franchise tag this year, and in the next year, most probably, and the Chiefs can count on the left side of their offensive line to stay together. We'll have to wait and see how both sides feel. Number 8. Linebacker Willie Gay Jr. Gay might be a little lower on the list if it were only based on prior work. However, we're attempting to look further forward, and he has as much potential as everyone on the roster. We all know he's incredibly athletic, and he's also a teammate who gives out energy and speaks up. Last season, Gay had 2 interceptions, 4 passes defended, a tackle for loss, and a quarterback hit in 12 games, or roughly 40% of the defensive snaps. He'll have an opportunity to be more of a focal point in the defense this season, which might boost both his stats and standing. Number 7. Cornerback L'Jarius Sneed. We had high hopes for Sneed heading into his last season. For the most part, he met them. He was one of the team's starting corners, playing 94% of the defensive snaps and contributing 2 interceptions and 8 deflected passes. Sneed might be one of the league's top defensive backs in spotting screenplays, blitzing the quarterback, and making solid tackles. He also recorded 2 quarterback hits, a sack, and 7 tackles for a loss. It'll be fascinating to see how Sneed is utilized, given the surge of rookie defensive backs this season. He's a reliable outside corner with the length and speed to go up against the best receivers on the other team. Number 6. Left guard Joe Thuney. There's little discussion about Joe Thuney as the left guard, even though he's one of the best interior offensive linemen in the NFL. Although it's been discussed, the long-term strategy shouldn't be to have him take Orlando Brown Jr.'s job at left tackle. Instead, we should highlight the interior with Thuney's incredible machine-like consistency and accuracy. Trey Smith is a mauler. He's not. He's a technician in all senses of the word instead. He manages his business on every snap because he's aware of the complexities of the role. The Chiefs spent more money to sign him in free agency last year for a reason. An offensive line composed of highly talented young guys is held together by Thuney, a seasoned player. Number 5. Center Creed Humphrey. How about Humphrey's recent rookie season? We're still talking about the youth along the offensive line for Kansas City. He was highly regarded coming out of Oklahoma, and the Chiefs selected him in the second round of the 2021 NFL Draft because they felt he represented solid value. But few could have expected Humphrey to build himself as one of the league's top centers from day one. He might have accomplished more than that since he might be the league's top center. He received the highest rating ever given to a rookie by Pro Football Focus, placing him at the top of the list. Humphrey is a model of consistency. In 1,184 offensive snaps last season, he gave up only 1 sack and excelled even more in the running game. He's a mainstay on screens and other plays where he can bury lesser players with his athleticism and ability to move into space. Number 4. Linebacker Nick Bolton. The linebacker, Willie Gay Jr., who took the time to secure a starting position in last week's list's first spot, suddenly appears to be stepping up and making plays this season. This week's first person on the list is his running mate, Nick Bolton, who just finished an outstanding first campaign. Bolton made his debut in 2021, and while playing a minimal amount of defensive snaps, led the Chiefs in both tackles for 112 and tackles for loss at 11. An 86-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown was one of the biggest plays of the season done by him as well. Bolton's now the undeniable Mike linebacker and one of the true leaders of a redesigned Chiefs defense after the team let Anthony Hitchens go. It may surprise some people that Bolton's already a top 5 Chief, but if his second season follows the same pattern as his first, he should already be considered one of the league's top young linebackers and possesses true Pro Bowl All-Pro potential. Number 3. Defensive lineman Chris Jones. Last year, Chris Jones' switch to defensive end was big news at the time. Although the move wasn't a success, Jones still managed to record 8 tackles for loss and 9 sacks, which is his career average. He's back inside where he feels most at home, and he was once again the most crucial player on this defense in 2022. The team will rely on his swift pressure and game-changing plays to bolster a pass rush last year needed to be stronger. With a significant contract decision year approaching, he appears eager and energized in camp. Jones has established himself as the league's second-best interior pass rusher after only Aaron Donald. But Jones will need to return to double-digit sacks this season to keep that position, and the possible future pay that could come with it in his possession. He acknowledges that the end of his 2021 season was disappointing because he could not win over Joe Burrow in the AFC Championship game. Number 2. Tight end Travis Kelce. Chris Jones could be considered an exceptional NFL player, but the 2 players on the list are no longer up for debate. Without a doubt, Travis Kelce will be the finest tight end in the NFL in 2022. He'll begin working toward accumulating his 7th consecutive 1,000-yard receiving season, which is unheard of for a wide receiver, let alone a tight end. The most any tight end has is 3. Defensive backs and linebackers who can't cover him due to size or speed are lining his way to the Pro Football fame. The numbers speak for themselves. In both regular season and postseason action, Kelce ranks among the best 5 players of all time in almost every statistical category. Stats, however, need to provide a complete picture. Nobody has more fun than Kelce on and off the football field. Number 1. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes. The best player on the Chiefs or any other professional American football club on the planet could be the only winner of this countdown. The day Patrick Mahomes was selected, the fortunes of his team, the league, and Kansas City changed. Not only did Mahomes win the league MVP award right away after taking over as the starter, but he also helped the Chiefs win their first Super Bowl in 50 years and return to the championship game on consecutive occasions after that. His exploits are incredible, his play is entertaining, innovative, and exciting, and he's improving in several game areas. Mahomes has performed admirably both on and off the field. With his 15 and the Mahomes Foundation, he's built himself as a cornerstone of the community. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Press that like button if it did, and comment down your thoughts on it. Share the content to spread the good content. Subscribe to the channel for more amazing content. See you in the next one. Peace out.